Okay, so we're out here kind of people watching while the boys are finishing up the grocery shopping, and I have an observation that I want to share with you all, and that is that your posture says so much about your history. And ultimately, your posture shows what your body has felt but hasn't yet expressed. And you already know I'm going to give you some examples, so stick around for those. But I am a somatic experiencing practitioner, soma meaning body oriented. So I help my clients to be with the experience of their body, which means processing, expelling, or discharging all of that stuck and stored trauma and emotion that is creating these chronic states of survival within their body and physiology. Maybe pause. Okay, let's just break it down by the nervous system state that you are most dominant in. If you are most dominant in a state of rest and digest, which is what we call ventral, that means that you're not stuck in survival modes. That means that you are present, you're able to live your life from a place of connection to body, to presence, and to the people around you. If you're stuck in survival mode, that means that you're more chronically stuck in states of fight, flight, shut down, freeze, or fawn. Now, your body quite literally changes from state to state. So for instance, when you go into a fight or flight state, you have more blood motility that goes outward to the limbs to propel you to fight or flee. You also have more oxygen that you're breathing in to get to the muscles, and there's more bracing and tension patterns within your muscles, within your fascia, and within your viscera. You're bracing and you're preparing to protect, defend, or run away. Now, how this chronically shows up for those of us who are stuck in a fight response, who have suppressed anger, or for those of us who are stuck in a flight response, who have suppressed fear, anxiety, panic, worry, that typically looks like this subconscious bracing, right? Where we're constantly maybe clenching our jaw, we're clenching our shoulders, we have migraines. Now, for clients that I work with who are chronically stuck in that shutdown state, which is kind of that collapsed, immobilized state, when we talk about a collapsed state, we're quite literally referring to the spine. Your spine is collapsed. It's not rigid, and this is the state where you're really trying to hide, retreat, and withdraw from the world. Consider it like your turtle shell. But this is where depression, shame, grief live. And so if we have suppressed grief, sadness, there's often shame, there's often a curling of the back, and you can see this in a slouched posture. And in this shutdown state, the muscles actually become more loose and flaccid because your blood motility moves inward to the core of the body to prepare you for hibernation. So there's little to no movement, there's conservation of energy, which is why you feel limp or not here. And then for my people who are grounded and anchored in regulation, which is rest and digest, that's your dominant state, then in this state, you have more of a neutral posture. So it's not a rigid spine, which is what fight or flight is, but it's also not a collapsed spine, which is what that shutdown kind of freeze state is. In general, you just feel more grounded and more present within your body, within your relationships, and within the present moment environment around you. So you're going to be much more in tune with your senses. So let me know, guys, how this lands with you. What does your posture tell you about your history and what might need to still be expressed?